There's a surprising ingredient that I'm gonna share with you that's part of the overall recipe for restaurant marketing success. You likely have no idea how important this one tidbit can be when it comes to your branding and marketing efforts. So let's get into restaurant marketing advice, a surprising ingredient, right now. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Storino from Restaurant Shortcut, with another video that'll help you grow both your restaurant's social media and its profit margin. Welcome back to the channel. For the new people here who have no idea who I am, over the years I've worked with multiple six-figure and seven-figure food service establishments to help them grow their businesses via social media. My work has led to features in the Wall Street Journal, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, and more. If this is your first time here and you want to learn the tips and tricks of commanding diners' attention, which is ever more focused on their social feed, where your restaurant needs to be found, start now by smashing that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. When it comes to restaurant marketing advice, a surprising ingredient, I'm not kidding you. This is something that a lot of restaurateurs ignore in their marketing efforts, especially when it comes to creating social media content to share online. And at first glance, you might even underestimate its importance. Now, as a restaurant owner, you may already know that before you even start your marketing efforts, you've got to get your branding squared away first. Branding itself equals an experience that you're promising to your restaurant's ideal customers, which I call your taste tribe. Perhaps you might also know as a restaurateur that your eatery's brand, to be really effective, should have 7 different elements fleshed out so that it will actually demand your taste tribe's attention when they encounter your restaurant's social media posts online. When you have a fully developed brand, it'll provide a critical boost to the social media marketing efforts you and/or your employees undertake for your restaurant. I've done a playlist covering all 7 branding elements, so make sure you check it out. But I'm pretty sure from a restaurant owner's specific perspective, you may not have known that one of those 7 elements involves highlighting and telling the story of the most important person in connection with your restaurant's brand, behind only the customers or taste tribe themselves, of course. It's the restaurant's brand leader. Who the brand leader is for your restaurant will vary given your unique facts and circumstances. It could be you as the owner-operator of your restaurant. It could be the founder of the brand itself. It could be the head chef you've hired to take your cuisine to the next level. But you need to pick a leader for your restaurant's brand and be ready to showcase them. As a restaurant owner, though, you may find this next piece of advice surprising. You have to involve that restaurant brand leader in a lot more of your content creation than you ever thought possible or even tasteful. That leader has to be, at least a lot of the time, if not always, found at the center of the content that's created to help you market your restaurant, both online and in real life. A fast food version of a brand leader would be Colonel Sanders for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Everybody knows the backstory about how Colonel Sanders got out of the armed forces, had a recipe to make fried chicken, and lived out of his car and went door to door until he found a buyer willing to invest in the recipe and him, and ultimately his brand. Sure, Kentucky Fried Chicken doesn't always use Colonel Sanders' concept in marketing campaigns, but they do a lot of the time. But Stacy, you say, I'm not a celebrity and/or mine is not a fast food establishment. So my restaurant doesn't need a brand leader, does it? My answer? Yes, it does. People don't automatically default to patronizing businesses that smack of corporate America and/or nameless, faceless entities like they used to, especially when it comes to food. They want to feel tied into something that's more intimate, that has a rich backstory to it. So whether they know it or not, they become emotionally attached to it. And every story has its hero or heroine, right? You can't tell a good story without one. Storytelling is especially huge in terms of marketing and branding efforts today. So wise restaurant owners should want to dial into this trend big time. How to best do it? I've got some tips for you. Tip 1, put your time in when it comes to being not just a content creator engaging in storytelling about, say, yourself as the restaurant owner and brand leader, and be prepared to be around for a long time. You can't just pop out of nowhere and declare yourself a leader. Even if you've got employees creating content for you to this end, maybe during downtime at your restaurant, and you're not specifically the person creating the content, in terms of this tip, it doesn't matter. Everyone has to start somewhere. You have to be consistent. Share your expertise as a leader. Tell the story of your restaurant and how it came to be, and all of the different ways you're connected to your taste tribe and the overall community they tend to hail from. But you and/or your team has to be doing this storytelling featuring the brand leader a lot, on a regular basis, for a while. It could be a long while, but that's okay. There's so much content out there on everyone's social feeds, so one appearance of your content in a Taste Tribe member's feed won't be enough. Repetition is key here. Your content, no matter what it's about, has to show up in someone's feed anywhere from 7 to 10 times before a Taste Tribe member either resonates with it and/or takes action on it. But playing the restaurant marketing game means being ready to play the long game anyway. Therefore, take every opportunity to share your talents as a brand leader and how it impacts and elevates your brand experience, and be multimedia in your approach. This means YouTube or video marketing, podcasts, blogs, social media posts you schedule on the platforms that your target audience likes to be on, everything. That's okay. If you're like most restaurants, you've got time between services or lulls or what have you. Get your employees to busily create content to put in your restaurant's feeds instead of creating their own for whatever side hustle they may have going on. Hey, they're on your time clock, earning a paycheck from you. There's never going to be a need for anyone to stand around ever again. As a brand leader for your restaurant, your content must be everywhere your target audience is on a regular basis. Do not be a flash in the pan, posting for a while and disappearing. That's not being a leader, is it? Tip 2, collaborate with other thought leaders in your space. In this case, as a restaurant brand leader, you might want to connect with other leaders in your brick and mortar community, as well as thought leaders in the digital community that speaks somehow to your specific taste tribe's wants and needs in a way that your restaurant doesn't. If you're a vegetarian restaurant, you might want to, for example, do content collaborations and/or interviews with top vegetarian authors, podcasters, YouTubers, and more. Networking makes you a smart business person. Plus, when you collaborate with another leader, you're validating one another as thought leaders in the same space, and you're getting all kinds of exposure in front of a target audience that you both share. And your taste tribe sooner or later will become starstruck by you. They'll come to your restaurant more just to see you or be part of the phenomenon that has become your restaurant's brand. Tip 3, as a brand leader, be sure to tell the story that your taste tribe wants to hear. Haven't mastered the art of storytelling restaurateur style? No worries, I've done a video about how to do proper brand storytelling. Check it out. But for now, what's the best storytelling you can do to make it clear that you're the leader of your taste tribe and not some other unenlightened competitor? Make it clear in your content pieces how you set out against all odds to create a community that enjoys the restaurant brand experience that you and your already loyal taste tribe members collectively believe in. The best brand leaders live in the creation story of the brand itself, which supports the beliefs and ideals of the community that is their taste tribe. And when your restaurant brand has a good leader, they can channel a Pied Piper, successfully woo and lead people away from those competitors who are otherwise living in the digital dark ages, thinking they don't need anything more than good food, good service, and a good clean space to serve everything up in, and somehow, someway, diners will find their way to their door. Want my restaurant shortcut quick start guide that'll cover some of my most effective tips and tricks to build your restaurant brand? You can find it at the link below this video. Check it out and you'll learn tips on how you can be efficient and effective with your restaurant's social media content so that it acts as free advertising and so that you're constantly building your list of customers while also building your restaurant's fan culture that'll support you no matter what the economy looks like. And learn even more ways to grow your restaurant's social media by hitting the like button below, smashing the subscribe button, and clicking the bell notification so you don't ever miss a thing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, my restaurateur entrepreneurs.